my mother called. So I had to say hello to my mom. Because I had told her I'd gotten home from work. And see, look, I haven't even taken off my lipstick yet. There we go. How are you guys? How are you doing on this? First of all, I haven't been talking about Game of Thrones because I haven't watched it yet. And I know it's epic, and I know people have a lot of mixed opinions. But I have avoided spoilers so far, which is awesome. So we'll see. I hope all of you have either seen it or avoided spoilers to your liking. I'm going to start looking at these questions because I'm sure there's a bunch. Here's a question. Hey, will you keep in touch with the Shadowhunters cast? Yes, I will. Yes, I have. And yes, I always do because they're my family. I mean, look, even though, it's like you guys, the Shadow fam. We're all the Shadow fam. Oh, I like this questions feature. How is it in Ireland? Ireland has been so lovely. I have to thank the entire crew and the cast and producers and everyone here, but also just everyone in Ireland for making this such a wonderful experience. It's been so beautiful. I got a chance to explore this weekend. I got a chance to wander around and see the city and see some other things too. And it's really, really just been the most lovely time. I can't wait to come back here and explore more next time. At least I hope there's a next time. If I could take one thing from set, what would it be? I would take the entire set. Hey, Torrance. I would take the entire set and all of the people and put them in my pocket and take them with me everywhere because I miss them like crazy. No. If I could take one thing from set, I would take... Actually, this was something that the camera crew did for me. Clary had a little wooden... Hi, Jake! I love you so much! Mwah! I miss you, brother. Sorry, it totally distracted me. A little wooden artist figure that they had all signed from Clary's room and gave it to me. And that was the sweetest thing. And just perfect, I think. Ooh, there's so many good questions. Do I like Italy? Yes, I like Italy, and I will be in Italy this year for the Milan convention for Shadowhunters. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you all there. Ooh, my favorite Clary fight scene. That's a tough question. Because, see, I love the training scenes with Dom because we got to have so much fun. And there was always a really playful element to those fights, which made them fun to act because that's kind of our dynamic anyway. My favorite Clary fight scene. Because, yeah, I also loved the one that Dom and I had on the roof where we weren't fighting. We were fighting each other still, but not training. I loved the fight with Aileen. I loved the fight with Valentine. Can I say all of them? Probably not, but I'm going to. What was it like working with Emily and Steven? I loved working with Emily and Steven. Well, I haven't worked with Steven, technically. But for those of you who've seen the finale, you know why. I loved working with Emily. She was so, so lovely and really, really took me under her wing. And we just got on so well between singing Hamilton and quoting old plays and creating the smokes together. It's really been lovely to follow in their footsteps. And Steven's been wonderful as well, kind of ushering me into that world. So thank you to Steven and Emily for being so lovely. So many things. I'm going to scroll down. because there's so many good songs. Or good songs. I just saw a song. Let me go up here. But you guys, there's so many good questions. Did I ever meet Harry when I was in an episode of Glee? No, I didn't meet Harry on the set of Glee. I actually met Harry for the first time on Shadowhunters. But I guess I was on Glee, so happy 10th anniversary Glee. It's funny because I grew up watching that show, and then I grew up watching Harry dance. And I started as a dancer, so I always wanted to move like Harry. I looked up to him quite a lot when I was watching the show, and then getting to work with him on Shadowhunters, and now considering him kind of a big brother, it's pretty magical. But I think all of us can agree that Harry's pretty magical. So it's fitting. I'm in a silly mood. What mascara do I use? I use either CoverGirl Lash Bloom, which I can show you right now because it's right here, because I'm packing my room. CoverGirl Lash Bloom. Or, I've just discovered this because Gwerlyn sent me, I think that's how you say it, I really don't know. It's spelled like this. I tagged it the other day. They sent me this really lovely mascara as well. So I've been experimenting, but those are my two favorites currently. Also, it's all about the eyelash curler. Did I love filming in Toronto? I loved filming in Toronto. I miss Toronto. I don't know if it's because I spent 3 years there, or 3 years there with a wonderful group of people, but it was incredible. I truly, truly loved that city, and there's so much to do there and to wander around and see. Good stuff. So thank you, Toronto. What's my favorite snack? Apples. Speaking of Toronto, though, one of my favorite snacks was from Bunner's Bakery in Toronto. They have the best gluten-free cinnamon rolls. Oh, they're so good. I used to go at least once a week and get one, if not more. I miss Bunner's. I really do. I think it's bad how much I love this. Oh well, it's very good. What's my go-to breakfast? Nobody's ever asked me this question before, and I feel the need to answer it because breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day. I love me some breakfast. My go-to breakfast is usually scrambled eggs and an apple, for sure. Probably some coffee, and then depending on my mood, maybe yogurt, maybe some breakfast potatoes, some other kind of vegetable. Maybe I'll make it a scramble. Or maybe a gluten-free cinnamon roll, depending. No, but something pretty balanced. But always if I start with scrambled eggs, it makes my day go well. Because it starts off with that foundation. Gets that protein in there. Favorite book of Clary? I think my favorite book from the Mortal Instruments series would be City of Heavenly Fire, because that's where it all goes down. I just remember reading that book for the first time and noting how dark it was, and it almost scared me because I wasn't expecting Cassie to take the books there, and it sort of showed me what the Shadow World could be if you push it, and I think we achieved that in the show, or hopefully you guys think so. Oops, wait, wrong. Still learning all these buttons. There we go. Oop. My favorite moment with Alberto. I don't think I could pick just one favorite moment with Alberto. Alex had so many great ones. He's just so wonderful. And really, really was a huge part of what made Shadowhunters so lovely for me. Okay, here's one. I remember we were out with the cast having fun, and Alberto and I stepped outside to get some air, and we ended up sitting on a little ledge outside of the place we were at and having the most lovely conversation. Alberto and I used to always do this. We'd have conversations late at night about existential life things. Usually 3 a.m. It was usually cold outside. And those are my favorite moments because you're having this big fun night out with everybody, and then you have these little moments of quiet where you just really can talk about something real. And everything stops for just that brief moment. And it's really poetic. And Alberto, as you know, can be really poetic. He's good for that. He's good for the life advice and the existential conversations. Oh, I just saw somebody's question rolled by asking if I was excited for It Chapter 2. Yes, I am excited for It Chapter 2. I cannot wait for It Chapter 2. Congrats to Isaiah and everyone else involved in that movie, my friend Andy. I'm so psyched about all of it. And I don't know if any of you have seen the trailer, but it's fabulous. This is actually a really good question that I think I need to answer. How to stay positive when you're struggling. I'm generally a very positive person. You know this, because that's what I try and put out in the world. But everybody has days where it's more difficult to be positive, or where something happens that you kind of gets you down a little bit. But the most important thing that I've learned in any of that is to make it your life's mission to search for the positive. Make it, if you want to be happy, if you want to find that positivity, it's a choice. So you just have to make the choice at the beginning of every day to go, I choose joy. I choose to see the good in people and the good in things and the fun in situations. And inevitably in life, if you look for something, you'll find it. And so in looking for the positive, you'll find it. And even if you can't find any positive in a situation, know that it will pass, and there will be something beyond that situation, and then there's your positivity. So I hope that helps. That's how I stay positive. Or I talk to someone close to me. I have a lot of people around me who are also really good at finding the positives. My mom, for example, is amazing at that. So if I'm having a down day, my grandma too, if I'm having a down day, I'll just write to one of them, or I'll look back at their old text messages if I don't have cell service or something, or can't get in touch, or old photos. Anything to make me smile. To make me realize that there is something good in this world and something good in life. There you have it. Hopefully that helps. Alright, you guys, I have a couple more minutes, and then I will be off. Okay, I have to answer this question. How much do I ship Malik? So much! Exorbitantly much, more than words can express. That's how much. Alright, let's see. Just a couple more questions. I'm going to do 3 more questions. Okay, what's my favorite animal? This is a silly question, but I'm going to answer it. So when I was a little kid, I used to go to the zoo, and there are these animals called bongos, and they are in the antelope deer family, and they're so cute to me. I think they're awesome, and I used to always just want to sit and look at the bongos. So there you go. It's my favorite animal. Oh, I keep scrolling out of the questions. Okay, 2 more. here we go. Will there be a season 8 of Arrow? Yes, there will be a season 8. Yes, it will be 10 episodes. I don't know. I know I'm not dead in the shadow world. Listen to me mixing up my universes. I don't know what my involvement will be at this point, or if, or when, or whatever. I hope to be back as Mia. We'll see. But yes, there will be a season 8 of Arrow. Let it be known. Two more questions. My goodness. What is my favorite place in the world? I think my favorite place in the world, other than, I could say Paris, I could say London, I could say St. Lucia, I could say this little town in Colorado I used to go to every summer. I could say a lot of things. But I think my favorite place in the world will always be my grandmother's kitchen. Because that's where so much of my life has happened, and it's been the one consistent place, and it always feels like a home. And there always feels like a heartbeat there. And it's the place where, since I was a little kid, my whole family gets together and talks about their day and shares food and cooks together and listens to music and just kind of shares those beautiful, special, mundane moments that mean everything as life goes on. It'll always be my favorite place. One more question. Ooh, somebody's asking about makeup tutorials. Would you guys like that if I did makeup tutorials? Or not necessarily a full tutorial, but even little makeup videos from time to time and posts and such. Okay. I'm trying to find... It's so hard to pick a last question. Okay, I'll do this. What's my favorite effect in Shadowhunters? Can I just say, let it be known, Folks VFX is fantastic. They did such amazing, incredible, meticulous, thought-out, well-cared-for work that I was blown away every time and constantly in awe, and still am, of everything that they do. I think I still would have to say my favorite effect in Shadowhunters, if it's not Edom as a whole, because that was amazing, was Clary's portals. I just loved how they did it, and they kept developing it and making it different and special and better, and I don't know, maybe it's because I was so close to it, but it'll always be special to me. And I think, ladies and gents, that is the perfect place to bid you adieu and say thank you so much for sending all the love. Thank you so much for being there, for sharing this McNamara Monday with me, albeit brief, and chat soon. Bye.